Yo, if you trying to make some fast money, you trying to actually get out this rat race, make a lot of money, and actually break the bank, get into real estate wholesaling. I don't know why you guys are lacking. Look at all these opportunities right in front of you. There's houses, there's man all around you, and there's people that want to sell their property for fast cash and as they just trying to get rid of their property. They trying to liquidate. It happens every day, right? But I'm over here to teach you guys the best way to start making money in real estate wholesaling and start closing deals like that. No matter if it's 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, 30,000, $50,000 wholesale deals. Hey, you guys came to the right place. I'm Jason Rivera. I'm going to teach you guys how to real estate wholesale. And at the end of the day, this is what we do, right? So look, and real estate wholesaling is very simple, right? It's just a business model of marketing and sales. That's it. That's it. Real estate investors, right? Fix and flippers. These investors that are buying, holding properties. They need people that have a wholesale acquisition company. It's that simple. All these people that are trying to buy properties, they need people like us that have wholesaling companies that, hey, because at the end of the day, we the property plug. We the property plug. That's simple. People, because they don't have time to go build an acquisition company. They don't. Understand that first. They don't have time to go build an acquisition company, right? They don't got time to go hire people, put people in place, right? Put in the systems and processes. They don't have time to, train these people. They don't have time to pull lists and start marketing to a specific market to get this, to get these type of properties. They don't, right? At the end of the day, real estate wholesalers, we are the property plugs. But at the end of the day, we're not wholesalers, man. You guys are investors, right? You guys are investors. Wholesaling is just a strategy, just like creative finance, seller financing, subject to novation, right? Lease option. That's all strategies, right? In order to make money on a deal. But when you're in this game, you are a real estate investor. Understand that. You are a real estate investor, so put yourself in a position, because when you over here are calling these owners, where you are negotiating with these owners, I tell people all the time, I tell them, put yourself in the perspective of a buyer, because when you get these properties under contract, you have the power to close these deals yourself, right? And if I just want to make some quick money and just assign the contract to an end buyer, to an investor, to make 20,000, 30,000, 50,000, 100,000, depending how big the deal is, right? You can do that. Or if you want to buy the property yourself, fix and flip it, or buy and hold it, whatever you want to do, you could do that, right? So understand that you are a buyer, but when you are in this game, full transparency is everything. So real estate wholesaling is simple, right? You're marketing directly to homeowners. You're marketing directly to homeowners that want to sell, seeing if they want to sell their property for fast cash, right? And if you run into a motivated seller and then you underwrite the property and you structure a good deal, you get that property under contract using a purchase and sell agreement, right? Making sure the assignment clause is on there, being very transparent, because at the end of the day, if you're gonna assign the contract, you have to be full transparent. You better let them know that. You get what I'm saying? So you got to understand, right? So when you get that property under contract with a purchase and sell agreement, let's say I got that property under contract for $300,000, and I put an assignment clause. I make sure that contract's assignable. Either I have two options. I could close the property myself, no matter if I go raise funding, I go, talk to some hard money lenders, talk to a private money lender, close on the property myself. Or two, I could assign the contract for a fee. Wholesaling is where you assigning the contract. You get what I'm saying? You assigning that contract to an end buyer for a fee, right? So I get this property under contract for $300,000. Get it under contract for $300,000. Next thing you know, then I turn over and I assign that contract to an end buyer, to an investor, right, for $350,000. The difference from what I got it under contract from $300,000 to $350,000, that is my profit, right? That is my profit. So I get this property under contract with the seller for $300,000. I assign it to an end buyer for $350,000. I made $50,000 once closing escrow in 14 days, right? That's simple. Wholesaling is not complicated. You just have to take imperfect action. That's it. A lot of people are afraid to take action. You guys overthink. You guys over here out there, on analysis paralysis. Why are you guys on analysis paralysis? For what? I don't be getting it. For what? You guys are over here overthinking. The dumbest people that literally, they're just taking action and they make the most money. The people that are so logical and that overthink everything, that ask so many questions, they don't make no money because they're over here afraid to call sellers. They're literally afraid to call agents. It's not difficult, bro. Those agents want to make money with you. I understand when you first starting, right? You get the jitters. When you calling homeowners, you like, shit, I don't know what to say. I don't know what my structure is. That's why you use a script. But at the end of the day, I don't tell my students, I don't tell my employees, I don't tell them, hey, read the script line by line. I say, hey, here's a script. This is a framework that we use with your introduction, the questions you ask, right? Which is the 4 pillars. Those questions is the motivation, price, condition, timeline. 4 pillars, right? Always understand what's the motivation, because if a homeowner that wants to sell property at a deep discount or the discount in general, is because of their motivation. It's because there's a reason, there's a motivation. They feel a pain on why they need to sell. So understand that, all right? And a lot of people are like, oh, well, why would a homeowner sell a property for 60%, 50% discount? Hey, man, every homeowner is different, bro. Every homeowner goes through a different type of situation. That's what you got to understand. A lot of people don't understand that, and they think, and a lot of people think that a property, every property qualifies to be sold on the retail market. Not every property is meant to sell at retail value. What if that property needs $100,000, $200,000 worth of work to get it up to retail condition to sell it on the retail market? Come on, use your brain now. What if that homeowner is going through some pain? He going through a pre-foreclosure. He going through a divorce, right? One of my, for an example, I had a seller, one of my clients, right? We ended up getting locked up his property in Beverly Hills, California, in Mount Olympus, right? One of the most prestigious mountains in Hollywood, right? His property was worth $3.3 million. We got that property under contract at 1.95, and we sold it for 2.1. For 2.1 million. We made 6 figures on that deal, over $100,000 assignment on that deal. You get what I'm saying? The reason why he wanted to sell is because he owned that property for many years. He didn't want to deal with it no more. The property didn't really need a lot of work. And he was just like, man, hey, man, because he told me, he was just like, hey, I know what the property's worth. He's like, I've been a contractor for many years. He's like, I flipped a lot of properties. But I'm just trying to sell this property and just get going with it. Like, I'm not trying to deal with any realtors. I don't want to wait 3 to 6 months trying to sell this property. Like, I'm just looking for a fast cash offer and just being going with it. That's it. He was like, man, I just want to sell this property, take my money, go ride horses with my daughters, and just ride off to the sunset. You see? And every homeowner, and they know that. They don't want to deal with agents. There's sometimes, just because somebody has a real estate license does not mean they know about the real estate business. You get what I'm saying? You guys gotta understand that. Not everybody that comes out of real estate school knows about the real estate business, right? All they just do is, in real estate school, they teach you how to sign a contract. They teach you the do's and don'ts. They don't teach you about marketing. They don't teach you about acquisition, how to underwrite a deal, how to analyze a deal, to tell what's a deal from what's not a deal. They don't tell you how to do the distribution on, building a cash buyer's database or a buyer's database to move those deals, to distribute those deals, to close escrow and cash them checks. They don't teach you that, bro. They just teach you the do's and don'ts and how to fill out a contract. So understand when you in this game, make sure that you understand this game. You study this game. Be obsessed with this game and love it. Because, hey, at the end of the day, we in the best business of the world. We just buying low, selling high for big checks. That's what we doing. Straight up. Hey, real estate wholesaling is simple, right? Join my free community. Like, subscribe. Hey, man, join the network. Join the Elite Superior Network. Got a free Discord community. Hey, I'm going to have a free script down below. All right. It's a free script, right, for cold calling agents. And I'm going to have a free script for cold calling sellers, right? That script, you study that framework. Study it to have it printed in your head. So when you call these people, you sound authentic. You're being your authentic self. You know what to say. You know what questions to ask. Because if you're brand new and you're calling them and you don't know what questions to ask, how to present yourself, man, you're just gonna fold, right? Study the framework so you know how to do your introduction, how to present yourself, and what questions to ask to confirm if they're a motivated lead, if they're a motivated seller, right? All we just doing is doing everything with true superior power, with elite superior performance, executing homeowners' problems. Hey, man, this was the video. Like, subscribe, join the free community, download the free scripts. Hey, man, we do this because we're in the true superior society. See you guys in the next video.